It was a postcard-perfect Mother's Day in the mountains of Salida, Colorado. But beneath the facade of a peaceful holiday, a nightmare was unfolding. Suzanne Morphew, a beloved mother of two, seemingly went for a bike ride and vanished without a trace. Her bike was later found, but the trail went cold. This is the story of a shattered marriage, a desperate search, and the shocking clues, from secret affairs to animal tranquilizers, that turned this missing person case into one of the most controversial murder investigations in recent memory. Suzanne and Barry Morphew were high school sweethearts, married for 25 years. They had recently moved to Colorado to be closer to their daughters. To the outside world, they were a beautiful, active couple. But investigators soon learned their marriage was collapsing. Suzanne had confided in friends about wanting a divorce, and evidence later confirmed she was having a 2-year affair with a former classmate. The day before her disappearance, May 9th, was marked by tension. Suzanne was texting her lover, telling him he was the only real love she'd ever known, while Barry claimed they were eating steaks, having sex, and going to bed early. Around 2 p.m., Suzanne sent her lover a selfie, the last confirmed photo of her alive. Barry's truck data later recorded strange movements around the home that night, though he claimed he was simply shooting chipmunks. This conflicting timeline of their final hours, a veneer of romance versus the reality of deceit, forms the dark heart of the mystery. On Mother's Day, May 10th, Barry claimed he left at 5 a.m. to drive 150 miles to a job site in Broomfield. Suzanne was reported missing later that day when her daughters couldn't reach her. The search began, and soon key evidence was found. Her mountain bike, damaged in a ravine, and her helmet, found about a mile away. This discovery immediately signaled foul play to many investigators. The bike, which was found without any blood or evidence of a struggle, looked staged. Suzanne was a novice biker. This rough, remote area was not her usual route. Furthermore, investigators later found the plastic cap of a tranquilizer dart in the Morphew's clothes dryer, a bizarre piece of evidence that would soon gain terrifying relevance. This detail was compounded by Barry's actions that day. Instead of rushing home when told his wife was missing, data showed he traveled across the Denver area, making several stops at dumpsters. Investigators alleged he was disposing of crucial evidence, while Barry's defense claimed he was simply doing his job. His failure to prioritize the search became a major red flag for law enforcement. Nearly a year later, police arrested Barry Morphew and charged him with first-degree murder. The prosecution built a shocking case, alleging that Barry had found out about the affair and used his knowledge of wildlife tranquilizers, specifically a BAM compound, to subdue his wife. The tranquilizer dart cap found in the dryer, coupled with Barry's history of tranquilizing deer for their antlers, painted a horrifying picture of a premeditated crime. An autopsy later confirmed Suzanne had died of homicide and had these tranquilizer chemicals in her system, making the theory terrifyingly real. But the defense had an equally shocking counter-argument. They pointed to unidentified male DNA found in Suzanne's car glove box. This DNA partially matched an unknown man connected to unsolved sexual assault cases in several states. Furthermore, the prosecution was accused of severe discovery violations, failing to hand over potentially exculpatory evidence related to this DNA. The weight of these errors led to a stunning turn of events. In April 2022, the judge dismissed the murder charges against Barry, citing the prosecution's failures. Barry was a free man, but the case remained wide open. The biggest break and final tragic closure came in September 2023. Suzanne Morphew's remains were found in a shallow, clandestine grave over 50 miles away from her home. The location and the fact that most of her bones were recovered but her shoes were not suggested her body had been moved. The recovery confirmed her death as a homicide, but also reignited the central question: if not Barry, then who? The case of Suzanne Morphew is a masterpiece of modern true crime chaos. A secret lover, a staged scene, tranquilizer darts, and mysterious DNA from an unknown sex offender. Barry Morphew was arrested, charged, and ultimately freed, but Suzanne's murderer may still be walking free. What is your definitive theory? Did Barry Morphew commit the perfect crime and simply escape justice, or does that unknown DNA profile hold the key to the real killer? Share your theories in the comments below. If you're as gripped by these impossible true crime stories as we are, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.